Hi everyone and welcome back to CleverPatch Crafternoons. Today we have a very special guest with us. We're doing a NAIDOC week Crafternoons with Aunty Michelle. Welcome Aunty Michelle.
Hi everybody, happy NAIDOC week, or as we do it, as NAIDOC month. So I thought we'd have a go at making some bag tags today in our Aboriginal colours. Or, you know, they can always give it to their mums or dads for key rings as well. They don't have to use it for a bag tag. So we need, for each bag tag, we need, you know, our raffia, of course. I don't know, what do you call those?
A key ring with a little snap hook on the end there.
This is what we're going to make, and then we need some of these wooden rings, and of course a pair of scissors and some tapestry needles. For the smaller children, the parents might need to help to do this as well. So how about we have a go at doing these?
Sounds great. Let's jump into it.
Okay, now to start off, we have our ring, our wooden ring, and we might start with red today.
Yeah, sounds good.
'Cause I quite like red. So just one piece of nice thick piece of raffia. We're going to pass it through the ring, and we might do a double knot.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be real long, that tail bit, but do it long enough so that when we start to do our tying, that we can actually tie over the top of it, and it stays hidden.
Okay.
So, you're right.
Yep.
Okay, so the way I do it, and this is the way my elders taught me, but a lot of people do it differently. I hold it, stick my thumb up, go around the back of my thumb, and then put it down through the ring. All right, you got that?
Yep.
Back in through where my thumb is, pull that through. All the way through. Now this is the tricky bit, so you've got to pull it slowly so that you can see what you're doing, and you need to get,
oops,
see, I've pulled it too tight.
Okay.
Righto, so I'll start again, that's okay, and that happens. So if it happens, it happens. You just don't get angry or upset about it, you just start again.
Easy.
Yeah. Nothing's ever too hard. Right, so I'm going to pull that tight. Now, so I'm going to go, as I said, over my thumb, down through the ring, back through where my thumb is, back through that loop. Pull it, don't pull it too tight, but pull it nice and firm. And over the top, as you can see, I've done it over the top.
Yeah, so that's going to run down the ring.
Yeah, so that we're hiding it. And then we just keep going, that same, so over the thumb, through the ring, back in through that loop where your thumb is. Take your thumb out because we don't want to tie that to the...
Don't want my thumb in the ring.
No, and you just keep going. So, you know, when you run out of red, we'll keep going.
So all these knots are just side by side.
Side by side, yeah. And it makes it look nicer if you run the knots around the outside.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a little bit nicer,
yeah.
and it gives you a little bit of individuality as well.
Yeah.
So so you just keep going until you run out. So I'm just going to do one more stitch. So pull that through. And pull it through, but instead of pulling it tight this time, I'm going to leave it like that. Grab another piece of long piece of raffia, and I'm going to push that through that loop and hold it. So it's probably, I don't know, what's that, about 5-10 centimeters. Pull that tight. Make sure it's at the top. Now this is where we start. So now we're gonna run over the two pieces of that. So over the thumb, through the center. My fingers are a bit fat to hold it properly. And then back through that loop, like we've been doing. And then you just pull it gently so that, of course, it's next to the other knots. and you're not pulling those out. And then you keep going. So you just keep going now, over the top, through the center, pull it all the way through, and you just keep going now. So that tying over the top of what we've just put on is actually holding it all together. So we've finished our red.
Yeah.
Here's a needle for you.
Thank you.
And I'll have a needle. We just thread the raffia onto your needle.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll show you. I know this is not making it, but sometimes it's easier if you wrap it around your needle, pull it tight.
Yeah.
What is that in the?
Yeah.
Right, and then you squeeze it, and then look at that.
Ah, that's a very handy tip.
Right. So you don't pull it all the way down because we don't want it to be double and stuck inside. So with this one, I've finished coming around this way. So I'm going to now keep going in the same direction.
Same direction, okay.
And push it under and thread it through. All right.
I guess that's another reason why you don't pull your knots super tight.
Yeah, so that you can, and I might just make it a little bit long. I might just go under a few more just to make sure that it is secure. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've finished our red.
Yep.
We've got it, and we've finished our black and our yellow. We can cut that. I didn't cut it off before because now I've got it and I know where it is. So I'm going to cut it off now, but I know where it is. I haven't lost it.
Yes.
So that I can now put our red onto our yellow. So we've got it's in the colour of our flag. So the red for the earth, yellow for the sun, and black for our people. So we can do it this way. You can do it the other way if you wanted and do it that way, instead of being the red on top. It's totally up to you, you know, how you do it. I just did it that way because that's the way I did it. That's the way I made them. So what we've got to do is with our red, pass it through both our rings, and then put it back through again. So we've got to do it twice.
So we wrap it around the rings.
Yep. So it's a little bit tricky, especially with my little fat fingers. Oh, look! It doesn't even want to go for me. Oh my goodness! It's not my day, I don't think. Okay, there we go. I've got them through now.
All right.
So now, if I'm going to put the red on top, I'm going to turn my rings over to the back. So this is the back. And now I'm going to just do a double knot with it all there. So, you know, some people might need a hand to do this from an older brother or sister, or their friend that's sitting next to them in their classroom, or their mum and dad. You know, it's a little bit tricky. So you just do a double knot. Don't cut it off too low, but you know, just so that you've got a little bit there so that it stays together.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to move that down a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm going to do the same for this side. So through twice. Oh, it's getting caught. There we go. Turn it over.
It's a bit easier now it's held in place on that other side.
It makes it can be a little bit tricky, but you know, like even so, some people may still need a hand. So do a double knot that side. Right. And then just cut that off. I'll just cut it there like that. So that's that one. Now we do this.
Looking good.
Right, now we do the same with our black. So we can. What am I doing that way? That's what I'm doing that way. You can do it that way. You can do it that way. It's it's up to the individual. So now make sure you've got it up the right way so you can tell when you're doing this that the knot, it sits flat. So then if I did it that way, you can tell that it's upside down. So you need to do it that way where the knots are sitting flat, more or less flat onto the table. So you can tell which is your front and which is your back. And then we can just sit that on there. Get some black. A piece for you and a piece for me.
Thank you.
And we do the same as what we've just done with the red and the yellow. So we come up through, up through there, up through there. Do it again. Up through that one, up through that one as well. Take it to the back. I'll just move that around that a bit further so that I'm not wasting raffia. And then do a double knot with that one. Just make sure that all your raffia is together. It's not all
spreading apart.
Yeah. So with this one, you'll see that there's a little bit of we've done the black on the yellow.
Yeah.
So it's different to the other one that we've made.
Nice
it's different,
contrast.
but yeah, that just shows you. So you could actually use your yellow on top of your red too, or you can just and then
that'd be nice.
You know, it just makes it a little bit different.
Yeah.
So you can do it we can do it that way, or we can use it so that it's the yellow, so that you can't see how it's joined. Okay, so now we've got to put our tag on.
Okay.
Righto, so you've got a tag there. This sometimes a little bit difficult. Now you can actually put your tag on your red side or your black side, whichever. I just thinking that if I put it on the black side, that's the way that the flag runs.
Yeah.
So you just open it up a little bit. Find one of our. Oh, I always have trouble with these. Oh dear, there we go. So through one of our knots, the tops of one of our knots, and there you have it. Done.
Awesome.
So now we've got a couple made.
Oh, there we go.
Wonderful.
Woo.
Wonderful. So there we are. We've got 3 made.
Love it.
Love them. I think they're absolutely beautiful. So as I said, you can use the same colour from the back to the front, so you can't see where they've joined, or like what we've done today. So this is both ways, so you can see that hasn't got. You can see that it hasn't got the yellow on it, but you could use yellow, and then we've got the black. So it just depends on how you want to do it. Is how you want it to look. You know, and you don't have to use the Aboriginal colours. You can use any colour. You can even use the Torres Strait Islander colours if you wanted to.
Perfect.
You know, so you know if you want to do one of each, it'd be wonderful. So yeah, so that's our NAIDOC Crafternoons.
Excellent.
For this time.
I hope you've all had a wonderful time creating your NAIDOC week keyrings or bag tags. I know I've had a great time. Thank you so much, Aunty Michelle, for joining us.
Not a problem. I always love coming to CleverPatch and learning new crafts and teaching crafts.
Absolutely. We hope you all have a wonderful NAIDOC week, and until next time, happy crafting.
Bye.